This is my Black Desert Iron Man account. Over a year ago now, I set off on a solo adventure in the world of Black Desert, but what makes this account so unique is that I can't purchase any pearls and I have zero access to the central market, which means I can't buy or sell any items unless from an NPC. Now, the goal for this account is to reach 700 gear score, which I know is a tedious task, but I'll be enjoying every step along the way. So let's see what happens in this challenging journey of Black Desert Online, Iron Man Edition. In the previous episode, we finally completed our 100 embers, which allowed us to craft our Flame of Frost in just over 20 hours. And with our Griffin helmet only being at Tet, I decided to take the months of saved up materials and pray that we could see yet another pen item on this account. But with some of the worst luck that we've seen in a while, we unfortunately were unsuccessful in achieving our pen helmet. But before going out and grinding for some more materials, I decided to take some time and work on our adventure log since there was a recent revamp. But before we get into that, my goal by the end of this year is to achieve 10,000 subscribers here on the channel. So if at any point you enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing as it helps out the channel greatly. And with that out of the way, let's see what my Iron Man recently has gotten into. So the last time I even worked on my adventure logs just so happened to be about a year ago at the time of this recording, which is kind of crazy to think about, but regardless, recently they consolidated all the stat rewards into Igor Bartali's, so basically I only have to fixate on this single adventure log to retrieve any bonus stats. And when looking at my gear from the previous episode, compared to the day of logging in after the consolidation, I literally went up by 2 sheet AP and 3 sheet DP. So I picked up where I left off, which was halfway through book 6 of 15, and within an hour, I was ready to move on to book 7. And in book 7, on the last volume, you do get a DP for gifting Islin a prize Seraph's necklace, and unfortunately, I do not have any Seraph's necklaces. But if you do look down here, I do have some Dark Rift bosses that I can run. So maybe we'll get 2 Seraphs out of that and hopefully get a Pariah. So we just completed our Dark Rift bosses for the week. As you can see, we got 444. Unfortunately, we did not get any of the Howling Dead boxes. But like I previously mentioned, we are looking for Seraph's necklaces. I feel like I would never say that out loud. But let's hope we can either get 2 base Seraphs, or if the game wants to just straight up give me a prize Seraphs, I would just, I don't even have to enhance it and worry about the fail. Let's go ahead and start with the blues. I know the cheering animation is no longer going to be there. It just skipped right over it. Oh my gosh. It literally just skipped right over it. But yeah, we don't get the cheering animation, so even if we do get one, I won't even know, even though it is technically a yellow grade accessory. We got a Narc earring. Come on, man. No, not the ancient weapon. What are we doing with that? Come on. Just remove it from the box. And a crescent ring. Okay, I mean, not the worst. I'm going to melt this one and keep this one because I know in the previous episode I mentioned that I want to keep around like 20 or so Narc earrings just because then I can maybe go for a pen. But yeah, we got a crescent. I'm definitely going to melt that, see whatever I can do with that. But let's get into the reds here. Come on. Ooh, Sissels. Dude, because here's the thing. If I cannot get either a prize Seraphs or 2 base Seraphs out of these boxes, I will manually have to go grind for Seraph's necklaces, which could either take a long time or not as much time at all, but I don't want to have to do it. So if I can get them, no, it's right there. It's right there. Last box. Oh, dude. Okay, that literally... All right. I just got scammed out of that one, but whatever. I'm going to be melting these. Keep this. And last but certainly not least, we have the box of Silent Deads. We have 4 of them here. I feel as though if we were going to get a Sissels, we would have gotten it out of the blues. But who knows? Maybe our luck will turn around. Oh, they're not even in these boxes. Wait, are they not in here? Yeah, they're not even in here. We literally have to go grind. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, let me go ahead and get past the last 2 boxes here. We did cheer. Is that a Debo? It is not. It's a Leighton. That's fine. Last box. No cheer. Got Crons. That's okay. I mean, we got some decent stuff. Again, I'm going to just melt these, use those turn those into Yona fragments, and then convert those into Bassi belts. I'll keep this one. Got some extra Ancient Spirit Dust and some extra little rewards here. But I guess I'll see you guys at whatever ground location I'm going to be going at for the Seraphs. And out of all the places where I can manually grind for the Serops, I decided to grind at Desert Nagas not only because of their high drop chance, but also because I still have a tedious Marty Stone to fill up, which I acquired back when I was grinding for Atanus Elements to craft my infinite potions. I did pop the 50 mil tent buff just because we're not on a drop event or anything, so without that, I would be at 159 drop rate, and if I don't have to sit here for 5 hours, I don't want to. We only need 2 Serops, hopefully, fingers crossed, but let's see how long it takes for me to get one. I do remember that there was a big server thing back in... Oh, okay, 17 minutes. We got one. Unfortunately, there's still no cheering animation because they changed that a while back, but we did get one. Now I just need one more, and then we cross our fingers that we do not fail it. I'm looking for one more Serops necklace. But then after this hour, Sickloot does have a new video that he will be uploading, but he wants me to react to it? Do I have this already? I do already have one. Okay. I do already have one, so I guess I'm filling this up. I need about another 5,000 or so mobs, and then I have another one now. That's insane. Patch note updates, stuff like that, and I think that those are all great things. I know another content creator by the name of John Law. He also updates content. Ooh, there it is. I have 17 minutes left. I am going to just hold on to these. I could click it right now, but I'm just going to run the last 16 minutes of this and hope I get another one just in case that does fail. You have got to be joking me, man. Aren't these supposed to be rare? Am I just getting mad lucky right now? That's a 3rd Marty research box. We literally just got one in this hour. What is happening? I feel as though I should not be as nervous as I am for this. Obviously, it's only a price Serops, but in the event that this does fail, I do have to go back and grind. I am just going to use this odd 31 stack, even though I kind of want to use a higher one. I shouldn't. I should just save these for later things. But come on, man. Let's get this price Serops, turn that in, and get a DP. Nice. We don't have to go back. Okay. Islin Bartali, I need to show you a certain accessory. And then whenever I do that, that'll complete the 4th chapter in book 7. And that does give me +1 DP, which now puts me at the same DP. So my theory was correct. As you guys saw at the end of that clip, I did collect the DP, and for some reason my gear score did not go up. But whenever I went through a loading screen, I'm now in the BA, I did get the DP and it is now applied. So now I'm 272 AP, 362 DP. We're making progress. And even though the 1 DP, in my opinion, is the most important stat of book 7, I did venture around and complete the other tasks in order to move on in our adventure log. And with that, that completes book 7. And then we get to move on to book 8, man. Now, book 8 really wasn't that hard at all. All I had to really do was collect some weasel blood and shoot some cannonballs off Crown Castle, and we were basically done. The last chapter in book 8 is quite simply just chatting to the Black Spirit, and then with that, we are now done with book 8. We can now move on to book 9. Are you serious? I have to do this 21 times? So I have to talk to him, go back over to the jeweler, answer her question, and then go back to Haley? Wait, that is so tedious. Hello? Oh my god. Question number 21. Luckily, all of the answers are online, but that should be the last one. Go back and speak to Haley one last time. I mean, that only took me like 10 minutes. That really wasn't that bad. And with that, we are now done with book 9. And we will proceed with book 10. We're actually going through this a lot quicker than I thought we would be. So moving into book 10, similar to the previous adventure logs, this one isn't hard at all, but it's probably the most time consuming as we need to gain knowledge on every single Medaya creature, which will definitely take us some time. So we click on Ecology of Medaya, Creatures of Medaya, and there are a ton of question marks. Oh man, this is going to take me some time. So they're not showing up on the map because they're, I guess, hidden? There we go. Okay, I was so confused for a minute, man. So similar to the mob that I just killed, which was the Mature Rock Spirit, This one as well is hidden. As you can see, he is a rock. He does not appear on my minimap with a blue dot because he is dormant. But the high head stonetail crab, it's going to be that one right there. So I just need to look for those dormant ones, and I should be able to get that. Wait, did I get it? There we go. Okay. High head stoneback crabs completed. Okay, we literally just got that on the first try. That's crazy. Well, there we go. I think that's all of them. As you can see here, they're all filled in. And there we go. What is this, book 10? That took me about an hour to get all those. Granted, I did already have, I think, 5 or so. But book 10 is now completed. So the entirety of this book was pretty easy. Made the potato crate, as you saw. Connected the Sangream Bazaar. Bag of muddy water. Trained my mind. Just bought a book. Did it at the test dunny. Didn't even have to do it for the full hour. But what I don't have is a seafood cromule. I don't have any of the materials to make this. This will take me some time, but we got to do it. And while I have my workers gathering the materials needed in order to make the seafood cromule, I decided to take a small break from attempting my pen helmet and return to a familiar location in hopes to replace an existing accessory for an even better one. Dude, listen, here's the thing. If I somehow got the merchant ring piece on this account, I don't even know what I would do with it. Like, there's no way. Ooh, okay, whoa. Okay, our first 100 ring. Love to see that, man. That took us about 25 minutes. A little bit shorter than I thought, but nonetheless, do love that. Oh. Okay, I don't know what mob that came from, but love that. Nathan, welcome in, brother. It's been a minute. How have you been? Oh, Mr. Nathan, I just got a tongue guard ring, man. Congrats to me. Nice. So we just concluded 3 hours here at Sakraya Underwater Ruins, and whenever I look at the amount of trash loot that I have been receiving here just off of a blue loot scroll with Agris whenever I have it, I'm not really making a lot of silver. I mean, I do have a tongue guard ring in here, but like I'm not really making that much silver, if any at all. But we did manage 3 tongue guard rings. I did get 1 in the first hour, 0 in the second hour, but we did make up for it with 2 in the third hour. And within those 3 hours, we did come out with 112 raw Kaffir stones. We got 207 ancient spirit dust, 148 abyssal essences, which I do have a ton of these already from before when I initially grinded here and at Proddy Cave. So I do need to sit down and actually make these things at some point. But I'm not exactly sure if this will be the best place for me to grind the tongue guard rings. From my immediate memory, I do believe I was overall making more silver and more raw materials at Proddy Cave. But then again, it's been well over a year almost since I have grinded there, so I'm unsure as to if Sakraya or Proddy would be better for the tongue guard ring experience. But I do want to give this spot a few more hours just to see how things go. And if things don't go our way, then I could transition over to Proddy and see how things are from there. A wild oh, nice. I almost didn't even catch that. Okay, there we go. 31 minutes into our hour. I did swap over to the Arsha server, and it looks like that's paying off. Okay, what is happening? Hello? Maybe, is Arsha just this good? I only have 259 drop rate. I feel like that other drop was not even a minute apart. Even if you're just stopping by for a minute, bro, welcome in. Oh, Mike, I think you need to come back more often. Look at that. You come into the stream and we do get a tongue guard ring. Just concluded 3 more hours here at Lower Sakraya. We did come out with 102 raw Kaffir stones, which again isn't a lot compared to what we were grinding at before, like with Jade. But we did get 523 ancient spirit dust, which will convert to a little over 100 raw Kaffirs. And we did get 4 tongue guard rings. We got 1 in the first hour, 2 in the second hour whenever we moved back over to the Arsha server, and then we got 1 on the third hour. So honestly, not that bad. And whenever it comes to my trash loot, I haven't really been keeping up with how much I've been getting per hour. I've kind of just been tossing it into my storage here whenever I get a little bit heavy on my character. But over the span of 6 hours with a little bit of Agris whenever I do have it, I'm at 36,882, which it's not a lot, but I mean, silver. So, but as you can see here, I do have 4 tongue guard rings sitting in my storage and 4 in my inventory. So I think it's safe to say that we can go ahead and enhance these, and let's see what we can do. All right, I'm just going to use a 30 stack here for the pry attempt. 76% chance. I like those odds. Come on. Okay. Yikes. All right, let's not do that again. Come on. Come on, we got to get the pry out of the way at least, man. Okay, we'll take it. All right, 40 stack, 50% chance, literal coin flip. It goes or it doesn't. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, no. 3 tongue red rings left. I can literally only get this up to a duo. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Okay. I mean, if this goes, cool, we have a duo, and we gotta go back. But even if it fails, we still gotta go back. I might try out Brody Cave, honestly, but come on, man. Duo tongue red ring. Let's not see that Agris Pity go up. Let's go. Okay, duo tongue red ring. Honestly, not too bad. I would rather fail earlier on than at try or tet. There we go. That's a good stopping point for now. I was lucky I got my 2 Nader slots from Loyalties before the PS5 update. They basically let me buy a 3rd slot with the Loyalties with the new update. My man, we love that. Oh. Okay, our first one this hour. Nice. I can't accept the free pen tet Black Star. Wow, okay. Wild mid conversation. W. You've had a full... Whoa. I swear, these are dropping at like the weirdest times whenever I'm having conversations with Twitch, man. That's crazy. But there we go. Another tongue red ring. I don't know what your preferred playstyle is, but if you're playing Dosa, were you playing Awakening Dosa or Succession Dosa? How do I feel about the recent... Ooh, finally, man. We almost went like a full hour with that one. Nice. Oh my god, we actually did get a second one in this hour. Nice, man. Just concluded yet another 3 hours here at Lover's Cry, putting us at, I believe, 9 hours in total, which is kind of wild to think about. But overall, I have 5 more tongue red rings to go for, which we'll be getting here too shortly. But as you may notice, we do currently have a 100% drop event, and within the past few clips, I was also on the Arsha server for a little bit. Originally, my item drop rate was sitting around the 200, 210. But then whenever I moved over to Arsha, I was sitting around the 250 to 260. But now that we have the additional 100%, I can sit at 300% comfortably without even being on Arsha. So fortunately for me, I was able to take advantage of that while I could. But we do still have this for another week or 2 weeks. I forgot how long. But nonetheless, we did get 5 tongue red rings, which I am very happy for. Also got 113 raw Caphras stones, which whenever you compare this to J Starlight Forest, where I was grinding at previous to this, it's not a lot, but I mean, Caphras are Caphras. I need as many as I can get. Got 236 Ancient Spirit Dust, and whenever, again, it comes to the trash loot, I have just been kind of storing it in my Olvia storage, and as you can see, with this being in here, I'm not really getting a lot off the trash, but any extra silver is helpful. Before we get into the enhancing though, we are 1 week away from Adonia's release, and we do have the event Adonia's Echoing Emblems. With these tokens, there are a ton of rewards that we can exchange these for. The first thing that my eyes were drawn to though was the 300 Caphras for 30 emblems. So I'm able to do this twice, so I can get a max of 600 Caphras out of this, which is going to be so helpful for this account. As you can see, I don't have the 60 required in order to get the full 600, but I don't necessarily need to do this just yet. I can wait a little bit, as my helmet from the previous episode, as we left it off, is at try. I do still need to get this up to pen at some point. I do have a ton of these books that I haven't ran yet whenever I was running at Kortuga, so I could do these to get some additional memory fragments, but let's go ahead and get to the turn guides first. Went ahead and grabbed the duo target ring from the last enhancement session. I don't remember what stack I was using. I think 50 would be a comfortable stack to go for. Obviously the 60 would be really nice because that would give us better odds. I'm just going to throw in a 50 because we have 70 of those. But for those of you who may remember the last time I even went for a Tet Tongue Guard ring, even though we did one tap the Tet, I did end up pitying the try. So let's hope that doesn't happen this time. But come on, man. Try Tongue Guard ring. Oh, no. Well, I do have 4 more tongue red rings to go with. Let's just throw the 30 stack in. I mean, if we want to tap this all the way, we could get a try. Let's see. Okay, okay. Gonna go ahead and use a 40, putting us at a 50-50 clean coin flip. Come on. Come on, man. Ooh, I actually wasn't expecting that to go. Nice, man. Already revisiting the try attempt. I genuinely thought that duo was going to fail. Okay. Attempt number 2. Try tongue red ring. Again, I really don't want to pity this thing again, but come on. 41.5% chance. Oh my god. So I don't have any more tongue red rings. I obviously have to go back into Lower Sakurai, grind up some more. But let's pray that we can one-tap this thing to Tet. Obviously on this account so far, we have been very, very lucky whenever it comes to our Tet swings. But I'll meet you guys back down there in the Lower Sakurai. But before I return to Lower Sakurai, I decided to run my Dark Rift bosses for the week in hopes of acquiring more Bassi belts for another future enhancement session. Unfortunately, again, like last week, we did not receive a Howling Dead box. But again, we have the 444. We also haven't seen a Debo in a while, I don't think. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. If my character does not do the cheering animation, I'm just going to go ahead and skip it because I feel like there's no reason to stay here and watch the wheel stop. But let's get these blues out of the way. Nothing crazy. Got a Marcus Shadow and a Tree Spirit belt. Not sure what to do with those. Moving right into the reds. Hopefully we can get something. Orc and red belt. Nothing crazy. Or crons. I mean, we'll definitely take as many crons as we can get, even if it's as little as 2 or as max of 8. That's Serips. It's actually funny. I needed that at the beginning of the episode. And a crescent ring. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to be melting these for Yonas. These, I don't think I can do anything directly with them. Alright, but let's get into the purple boxes. No cheer of Altar Belt. We'll melt that. Can we get a Bassi? Oh. Come on, Debo. Oh my god, what? Wait, is that the first duo accessory on the Iron Man account? From a box? Wait, I genuinely don't think I've ever gotten that before. Hold on, what is this? Into a Prylaten? Okay, hold on. What is that lineup? I have never seen that before. What? So we're obviously going to be melting these 4 accessories here for the Yonas like I've already mentioned. I don't really know what to do with the 2 of these. We'll see if there is anything to do with it. Got 15 Cronstones, a bit of dust, which we love, memory fragments. I guess we have to enhance these, right? So I'm in a little bit of a weird predicament here. Whenever I look in my storages, I only have this other Prylaten and another base Laten, which I believe I also just got from previous Dark Rift boxes. It seems as though I can't really enhance this past Tet. I mean, if I get this to try on a one-tap, then I have another base to go for Tet. Which, I mean, comparing it to my tongue red necklace, I'd much rather just wear the tongue red because I get the extra BSR. But having multiple Tet accessories is only beneficial to this account because in the event that I'm able to swing multiple pen accessories at any given time, that just gives me better odds at having more AP on this account. So let's see what happens. Just went ahead and threw in the 50 stack. It is a 41.4% chance. If this does somehow go, then I guess we'll click for Tet. But let's see what happens. Okay. I guess we have a Tet swing. Now, before we get into that Tet attempt, I'm in the same predicament where I don't have enough slots to hold my stack since I'm only restricted to 1 character on this account. But they did revamp the loyalty shop a while back, and with that, they did add 1 more Nader slot with that change. And it seemed like the stars were aligned because I had the exact amount needed to purchase this additional slot. This is actually such a breath of fresh air. I mean, not being perma-locked into just the 3 stacks that I was able to use before, but now I have a 4th slot that I can use, which means I can actually throw in an additional 100 stack and not even have to worry about being locked into that 1 set stack. So let's go ahead, see if we can get a backup Tet accessory. So in the event that this accessory does go Tet, I will be able to hold on to it in the event that I do get more base Laytons in the future. I can then hold on to this and potentially give it a pen swing, which would be pretty cool to see, man. But let's see what happens here. 27.5% chance. Come on. Ooh. You know what? It's okay. Yeah, I mean, again, it is one of those spots where, ooh, okay. 11 minutes into the hour, we got our first ring. Nice. We literally just popped our buffs. That's insane. So we went like 50 minutes in the first hour without getting a second one, and then right off the rip, we got another one. Nice. Every single person is basically building the same accessories. Ooh. Okay, another ring. Nice. 2 in this hour. Okay, we have 20 minutes left in this hour. Oh my god, man. What is this hour? Hello? I didn't like the white wine. I thought the red wine was actually kind of good though, but whoa! Finally, man. 40 minutes into the hour. Got one. The last time I can really remember having a terrible... Ooh. Okay, nice. We have 3 minutes left in the hour. We got a second one. Love that. Yet another 3 hours completed here in Lower Sakraya. Praying that these are the last. But as you guys saw, we were able to get... I believe it was 1 in the first hour. We got 3 in the second. And then 2 in our third hour. Putting us at a total of 12 total hours here in Lower Sakraya. But outside of those 6 rings, we also did come out with 132 Caphras, 322 dust, a bunch of trash that, again, I'm not really keeping track of in terms of numbers. I'm just kind of throwing everything in here. And then once we get the Tet ring, I'm just going to sell it all. But again, it's not going to be a lot. But again, additional money is additional money. We'll take whatever we can get. Got a bunch of these, which I eventually need to turn into frenzies because I think we'll also get a lot of alchemy XP from it. But any additional silver is obviously much needed as we still need to get this thing to pen. We obviously need to get this to pen as well and some other items. But let's go ahead and resurface our character because we do still have that Tri-Tongue ring that we enhanced before. Hopefully we just need to use the one and these can just go somewhere else. But let's see what happens. All right, we're back with the Tet Tongue ring. Like last time, we were able to one-tap this thing to Tet. After failing 8 times, having to pity it to try. This was probably about a year ago, maybe, I think. But nonetheless, come on, man. 27.75. Don't have any Valks. Don't send me back down there. Come on. No. Also, luckily for us, we do have that extra Nader slot. So I could just kind of keep that there for now, which I really do appreciate. But let's go ahead and throw the 30 in. We do have these backups. And let's hope for the best. Nice. Let's go ahead and use the 40, 50-50 shot. What if we just one-tap this thing up to Tet? That'd be amazing. Come on. Oh, no. Okay, the dream is not happening. We do have 2 more rings. Even if this goes, we still got to go back down there. Let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's just sit at a measly pry. Let's sit at a measly nothing, man. Yikes. And with that, even though we were unsuccessful with achieving a second Tet Tongue ring, which I would replace the runes ring with, I was able to make some amazing progress towards my adventure logs. Hopefully soon I can make that Sifu Craw meal and continue gaining all the additional stats, pushing us even closer to our goal of 700 gear score. But until next time, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in a future stream. Take care.